Yes, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. My name's Austin. The cryptocurrency market finally saw a bounce. The Bitcoin price sees a hell of a reversal candle as 168,000 BTC leave exchanges. In fact, BTC's price action is back up above $30,000 after 24-hour gains of 30%. Yes, love to see any sort of life in this market, like right here. But I'm not getting too excited yet, and here's why. Always just keep in mind, bounces are just as much a part of bear markets as they are a part of bull markets. They happen in all markets. Now, I am not a financial advisor. I have no clue, ultimately, what the price of Bitcoin will do tomorrow, neither do you. But in today's video, I want to share with you my opinion, as well as a series of charts to back it up on where I see this market going next. So, like always, check the timestamps down below, hit the like button if you want to support me, support this content, and let's jump in, starting with, although we have a slight little bounce today, why do I think the crypto market is heading lower in these next couple of months to maybe a year? Well, this all stems from how the crash started originally, the crash for all markets, the Nasdaq, the stock market, the housing market, the crypto market, why everything's crashing, because the Federal Reserve continues to suppress markets to combat all the money they printed. So last week, as we covered on this channel, the Federal Reserve announced their biggest interest rate hike since 2000, raising rates 0.5 percentage points, a very aggressive raise to combat very aggressive inflation. And that was last week. And although nothing significant can change week to week, this week we got the latest numbers. Is inflation fixed yet? As per the latest numbers from 2 days ago, inflation barreled ahead at 8.3% in April, up from a year ago, 8.3%, remaining near a 40-year high. So the Fed has much further to go. And by the way, these are just the quote-unquote official numbers. If you buy gas, if you buy food, if you buy a used car, you know inflation is much, much higher. My point is that we can use this information, this massive inflation, and look back at history to kind of give us a clue on what the Fed may do next. This is a chart from mid-1970s to where we are today, 2022. The red line represents U.S. inflation over the years, and the green line represents the Fed's actions of either raising or lowering rates to combat that inflation. And what do you notice? Well, number one, we haven't really seen inflation as big as this since the 70s into the 80s. And number two, when that did happen, the Federal Reserve had no problem being very, very aggressive. And you can even see here, as inflation rose, interest rates went way, way higher to suppress the markets. And that brings us to where we are today in 2022. Interest rates still way down here, while inflation up much higher. My takeaway from seeing something like this is I would only suspect that they would keep raising rates until they push us into another recession like we've seen. These gray areas are recessions, like we've seen so many times. So just some macroeconomic perspective to keep in mind as we look forward into these next several months. Anyway, let's keep moving. My point in all that is that's why I think the crypto markets and markets in general still have at least a couple more months, who knows, but at least a little bit more down to go. But I do just want to sum this up before we get to my plan for the future. I do just want to say that I have been actively dollar cost averaging Bitcoin and Ethereum, BTC and ETH specifically. So I bought the dips. I bought this dip back here. I bought this dip back here. And when we dipped to as low as 20, 25, 26, whatever it was, I bought a little bit more at around $27,000. So if we keep going down, I'll keep buying. That's my toxic trait. But let's move forward and look to the future. I want to share with you specific charts and data why I feel if/when we dip lower, it could be the ultimate generational bottom. And it's one thing to say it, but let me prove it. Here is the latest data from analyst Clemente. For the past few months, I've been saying it's a great time to dollar cost average heavily into Bitcoin. Now I believe Bitcoin is very close to a multi-generational galactic bottom where I plan to allocate all of my dry powder for my grandchildren's grandchildren. Let me explain. Wow, that's a bold statement. And how will we know when that quote unquote bottom is here / is close? Well, first off, realized price. We are very close to Bitcoin's realized price, which is an aggregate cost basis of investors. The current Bitcoin realized price sits at $24,000. So here is the chart. And again, Bitcoin's actual price, the one we all know, is around $30,000 BTC, or a little bit under. Bitcoin's realized price in the green is sitting at around $24,000. Very close. And again, just to make this very clear, what is Bitcoin's realized price? Bitcoin realized price is the value of all Bitcoins at the price they were bought divided by the number of Bitcoins in circulation. That gives us the average cost basis at which all Bitcoins were purchased. And just for comparison, unlike the current market price, right, this is the price we all know, which tells us the price BTC is right now, realized price tells us the average purchase price of all Bitcoins in circulation the last time they actually moved. Not on its current value, but on the value when it last moved from one wallet to another. We are assuming that movement from one wallet to another wallet is Bitcoins being bought. So I will link this down below if you want to do more of your own research on Bitcoin's realized price. But if we look at a live chart, like right now, we can see the actual price is just under 30K and the realized price is just under 24K. And again, what this means to you is it's often been a great model for crypto market bottoms. And it's not good. It's not like you can't pass below realized price. We've been below realized price for months at certain times. But it's always been the ultimate buy the dip opportunity if you have that long-term mindset. So let's keep moving. With Bitcoin's realized price in mind, the market price for Bitcoin to realized price ratio is now very close to the green bottom zone. So here is that chart, the ratio between market price and realized price. And you can see every time we dipped into this green buying zone, I'm talking every single time, has been around the bottom. And again, you don't come out of the green zone right away. You could stay in this green zone for weeks, if not months, but that's the time to accumulate. Let's keep moving. By the way, like the video, hit subscribe. As these numbers change, as my opinions change, I will keep you updated. I will keep making videos. But let's keep going, more charts, and we'll move through these sort of quicker. Looking at dormancy flows for Bitcoin, they have been in the buy zone technically for the last few months, but they're now approaching levels that have previously set generational bottoms. Here is that chart blown up. And yes, full disclosure, we have technically been in the buy zone for this chart for the last several weeks. But if we dip lower, seen only about 1, 2, 3 other times in history, that is the generational buy the bottom opportunity. And again, obviously nobody can see the future. Make your own decisions, do your own research. I'm just sharing you my thought process. Next up, let's look at reserve risk. This kind of shows hodler's confidence. Reserve risk is heading into the lower bound of the buy zone, illustrating hodler confidence relative to price. And again, last time this metric got this low was the Black Swan event of 2020, was the bear market, the depths of the bear market in 2018, 2019, and again, the depths of the bear market in 2015, 2016, which in retrospect, great time to buy. Also, the Mayer multiple, which I know many of you have used in the past. The Mayer multiple is in the buy zone, almost at historic lows. That's bullish. Taking a look at TA, Bitcoin's price is approaching the 200-week moving average as well. And not to say we can't dip underneath the 200-week moving average, but again, just looking historically, man, anytime we hit that 200-week MA, awesome time to buy. Anyway, in summation, what this means to you, just gotta like the vid real quick. But in summation, based on the aggregation of all these metrics and price levels, the bottom is most likely in the low to mid $20,000 region, aligning with the theory of front-running previous all-time high. The question to ask yourself is in 2 years, will buying Bitcoin right now at around $29,000 versus maybe sniping the bottom later, will that matter? Probably not, but I'm going to try. All right. Give me your thoughts on this down below. Which metric out of all these do you put the most credence into? Do you like the most? Let's all check the comment section together. But my plan is, as we watch what the Bitcoin price does in these next few months, My plan is to keep tabs on those metrics, and if they keep flashing bullish or keep flashing buying opportunity, I'm going to keep accumulating. I'm not even going to necessarily try to time the bottoms because, again, I'm taking that long-term perspective. Give me your thoughts down below. But that is the video. My name's Austin. Like always, see you tomorrow. And be sure to take advantage of this promo with sponsor of the channel, FTX. Get up to $100 in crypto with Altcoin Daily through one of the most well-respected exchanges in the space. FTX US has fees up to 85% cheaper than competitors and is trusted by millions of users. If you want to earn up to $100 in crypto for free, use code ALTCOINDAILY when you sign up, link down below, or get started today with the promo code or this QR code. Link down below, take advantage.